oftentimes when we do stories about what political pundits or members of the media are saying, people get a little upset at us. Who cares what they're saying, right? Well, the reality is a lot of those people spread misinformation, and it's important to rebut some of their ridiculous talking points. Now, a story that makes that very evident is the recent Forbes list, and it's the most powerful celebrities list. It lists the 100 most powerful celebrities in the United States. And guess who's on that list? Rush Limbaugh, Glenn Beck, and Sean Hannity. And it's because of the amount of money they make and the amount of people that listen to them or watch them and basically absorb their message. So let me give you a sense of where they fall on that list. If you look at Glenn Beck, he raked in $90 million, right? Well, he's number 39 on the list, sandwiched between Pharrell Williams and Peyton Manning.
2 out of the 3 of that list are not my favorite folks. That's not a good part of the powerful list. So, look, I have a lot of issues with this list. Number one, I don't believe Glenn Beck's salary for a second. No reporter's ever verified that. What they do is they say, hey, Glenn Beck, how many people are paying money for your website? He's like, 30, I mean 300,000. Okay, who's ever verified that? No one's ever verified that. I don't believe it for a second. And I'm ready to predict and have predicted in the past that at some point you're going to find, oops, oh, they went bankrupt. How did that happen? Because they were lying all along. Okay, let's see how that goes. Okay, now, Rush Limbaugh actually does make the amount of money that he does, right? He doesn't have as many viewers, but now, to be fair, in radio, they pack so many ads in. They've got 15 to 20 minutes of ads in every hour. And the ones that they read in person, they get paid more on. So he does make a lot of money, even though the number of listeners he has is way overinflated. So he's a little lower on the list. But all these guys are on the list because, well, Beck is higher on the list because they think he makes more money and they think he has a digital and radio presence. But TV guys like Bill O'Reilly didn't even make the list.
I know, O'Reilly's not on the list, which is crazy. I would always assume that O'Reilly has more clout than someone like Glenn Beck, but apparently...
Absolutely. I think that list is totally wrong. Yeah. And I'm not hating on conservatives. I think Bill O'Reilly has an unnatural amount of clout, okay? Because... a lot of people in Washington listen to him, even though he does the show out of a senior citizen center. His average age is 72, okay, of his audience. But people in Washington do listen to him. Another guy, Joe Scarborough, conservative, can't stand him. Not that many people watch him, but everybody in Washington watches them, okay? So he actually has a lot of power, whether we like him or we don't. Now, I don't think he's considered a celebrity, but the guy who runs Fox News, Roger Ailes, maybe the most powerful guy in America. So those are legitimate. But this list is overhyping radio. Sean Hannity's not nearly as powerful as Bill O'Reilly, but he's got a radio show, so he makes the list. Yeah. That's nonsense.
And it does have a lot to do with how much they report that they've earned. If you take a look at Rush Limbaugh, apparently he earned $66 million, and he's sandwiched between Chef Gordon Ramsay and also Jon Stewart from The Daily Show.
Yeah, like I said, I believe that financial number because... I mean, maybe I'm being a sucker on that too, but he did get a big contract in radio, and he does have a lot of sponsors, so I get that. And Jon Stewart is a host, so whereas I know Rush Limbaugh is a host too, but Rush gets to do all those ads, and my guess is does more speaking fees and stuff like that. That's probably why he's above Jon Stewart, even though a lot more people watch Jon Stewart. Yeah.
And then finally, Sean Hannity is at number 86, and he earned $30 million. So... there we go. I mean, look, I think that this is an important story just because it shows you that even though these people do spread lies, misinformation, very right-wing talking points, they have a lot of power. And you need to have people in the media that takes what they say and basically dissect their message and show the errors that they're representing out there. So I like this. It shows you that even though they're in radio, they have some power. They have some clout. We don't want to overestimate their power, but the power is still there. And we need to do something to stop the way they influence people.
So I'll compromise on 2 things. One, I will continue to kick their ass until they're completely discredited.
Yes.
So that's my concession to you. They have power. I will take that power away. Number 2, I will continue to discredit them on their lies about the so-called power that they have. Because I'm telling you, Rush Limbaugh made up the number of 14 or 15 million listeners that he claims he has. No one has ever proven that. No one can prove that. In fact, I've offered $10,000 to Rush Limbaugh if he can prove to me that he's got the amount of listeners he claims he has. Rush, come take my money. Or one of your producers. Come on, one of your producers doesn't need $10,000? Come and take it from a lib. How much will you like that, right? You don't have that audience. You're full of crap. I know how they do radio ratings. There's no way you can prove that because you don't have it. And Glenn Beck, he doesn't have those people on his website. He doesn't. It's not to say he doesn't have anybody, but he claims some outrageous number like 300,000 paying subscribers, etc. No way he has that. If you want, I'll make a bet on that too, okay? And I know that Hannity and Beck are getting pulled off of markets on the radio because their ratings suck. So TikTok, enjoy your time on the list because that time is numbered.